before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you. So if you could just scroll down and take a look in the description, you will see how provided chapters. Take for example, well, this is a pretty interesting looking Rust store. I've actually seen quite a lot of positivity today, but it is a complete the sets Rust store, so typically we see some pretty interesting looking skins. So what happened? We're supposed to see the Naval update. Well, of course, it got delayed. I'm sure you've seen the blog post. Facepunch just realised it wasn't in a good state. They thought they could do a better job, but it's going to take more time. They don't want to release the update and just leave. Over the course of, like, the holidays, they're not going to be in the office, and people will probably be upset and whatnot. So they thought best, you know what, let's not release something that's half-baked, unfinished, and again, the performance on it apparently wasn't very well. So they thought, all right, we need to cook on it a bit longer. It's now going to be pushed back to February 4 swipe instead, and I know. I was really hoping to have some very strong Christmas momentum. I was really hoping with the player counts and all that, it would have been nice and all that. I know. Still, we expect good things, but it's probably not going to be as good as what we anticipated. It's unfortunate. So, okay, fair enough, understood. So, regardless, we've got a pretty interesting looking Rust store. And if you're going to sit there and say, well, what happens to all the naval theme skins that are submitted? Well, they're paused, and they will still be picked from, but when, the February 4 swipe happens. So the skin creators have already submitted all their naval theme skins. They will still be picked from, but in 2 months' time. So I'd just like to point out, next week we're expecting another one of these, another complete the sets. So I ask you now, are you pleased with this Rust store? Which one's your favourite out of all these skins? And what skins would you like to see being accepted next week, considering we're expecting another complete the sets Rust store? What would you like to see? Feel free to comment below. And now, let's switch over to here and point out of all these skins, which ones are abnormal. And just to make it nice and quick, as you can see here, we have 15 skins in total, some very interesting collection continuations. All the Ladybug tier 2, that is all not abnormal, as you'll see here, no link. And over to here, Apocalyptic LR300, that is not abnormal. And as you'll see over to here, Fault Bow is also not abnormal. So out of 15 skins in total, only 5 of them are not abnormal. We have quite a lot to chase after next week. Yes, indeed we do. And who knows what we see next week as well, because if that's as interesting and, well, as large... Oh. Now, it's not just this. We also have Christmas on the horizon. We'll probably see, like, huge Christmas Rust stores. But also, are you aware of how many drops we're getting in December? It's going to be really, really crazy this month. So, there might be some concerns as well. You might see these skins and think, oh, well, they look very nice. Surely they'll be very nice investments. If you're aware of all the Twitch drops and charity skins on the horizon, there might be a few problems. So, okay, well, we might have to show off a few things then, won't we? Yeah. So let's now switch over to here and let's get a good look at the current store. Now, unfortunately, Rust Help isn't updating, but SUMM seems to be doing a decent job. Not always updating, but better than Rust Help at the moment. So it's been, when did the Rust store rotate? 4.5 hours? 4.5 hours. I can confirm, Neon Storage Small Cards box. A lot of people really did want that. Oh, yes, they did. 4,800 subscribers almost in about 4.5 hours. Need I remind you, last year, when we saw all the Neon Small boxes being accepted, the highest selling one was Neon Meds. Neon Meds box sold 52,000 subscribers. Don't forget that. So, okay, there might be a few problems. Also, with the arrival of this, how's the small cards box and small props collection holding up? Oh, it's down by a third. I picked up a lot of those with a buy order. So, over down to here, what I was indicating, we got small fuel, small food, small meds, small comps, and small seeds last year, summer of 2024. Small Meds is actually holding up quite right, even though it did 52,000 subscribers. So, maybe that might be a good thing to reference. And you know what? First ever snow jacket. No, it's not the first ever one. What I was supposed to say is we never got to see the first ever tactical glove skin today, but we did see a snow jacket skin. Now, you might sit there and say, what's going on with tack gloves then? We're not going to see any tack gloves until Christmas in terms of marketable ones, but we do know what the first ever tack gloves will be. And if you know about all the Twitch drops on the horizon, you probably know what it is. So, okay, that's looking pretty sweet. And let me tell you, I've tested this out with No Mercy. I've tested it out with Whiteout. It does a very good job. I quickly showcase both the Whiteout and the No Mercy snow jackets yesterday. They're good. They're both good. The only concern is on the back, you've got like all the black and the nice symbol on the No Mercy there. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. It looks nice. But how many of you are actually skinning your snow jackets? Okay, that's a good shout. Out of all these skins, honestly, like they all individually, like if they all came out in any other Rust store this year, honestly, they probably would have been, well, like, they would have been the best sellers. Like I haven't even talked about like greening area armored door. This is the first marketable armored door we've seen all of this year. We recently got the Spoon Kid and Blazed. Awesome, lovely, artistic armored door drop. This, the first marketable one in all of 2025, it's December 4. Well then. So, okay, cool. Very nice to see. How many fridges have we had in 2025 now? Good shout. Let's just quickly find that out. 19. 35 in total, 19. And if I could just tell you this, I really wouldn't be surprised if we were to see a Christmas fridge being accepted this year. Reckon it's likely? I think it's likely. So I think we'll see 20 fridges in just 2025. And next year, how many fridges we'll see? How many fridges we're going to see in 2026? Ooh, that's going to be problematic. I should also point out we've just got another garage door being accepted. Where is it? There it is. Oh, it's good camouflage. I couldn't spot it. But this is number 38 now, I think. Am I correct? 38. This is going to be a little bit awkward because we just had this in the Rust store the previous week, and they are similar. Although this doesn't glow in the dark, it's cheaper, and the transparency might be a bit better. Or is it? Don't worry, we'll be doing a bit of a comparison. So, okay, cool. So, overall, some pretty interesting things. Small props collection, though. 2 weeks now, no acceptance. If we don't see it next week, oh, that might be it might be problematic, wouldn't it? So that might be a bit of an issue. We'll see how it goes. But come on, let's get started. Let's start going for all these skins and question, could they potentially be nice investments? Or could there be potential problems in the future? Neon Storage Small Cards Box. I have been waiting for you for a very long time. But let me just kind of point this out. As you'll see here, it says it was submitted in June 2024. Well, the reality is this was actually a resubmission. I can't remember when specifically, but the Small Cards Box was actually submitted a long time ago. Back when we saw the Neon large boxes being accepted, when they all finished, well, Mr. Duck tried to see if he could get some small boxes accepted. Didn't happen for a while, and then we got the surprise, like, pseudo complete sets for May 2024, and we got Fuel Box, and then suddenly we got a few more of them, but we never got cards, which was always weird because this is number 19. And what do you mean by that? What you see there? It says number 19. Now, if I were to just quickly show the whole Neon Storage collection, if you actually own all of the boxes, have you ever noticed that they're actually, like, numbered? Scrap is number 1, number 2 is ore, number 3, blah, 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 all the way down to 18. The final box, the electric box, that was number 18. Number 19, for the longest time, has been cards box. And we have waited and waited and waited. It might have been about like 4 years. Anyway, last year, surprise small boxes accepted, small fuel box. That was number 20. So we skipped it. And then we got like duplicates of large boxes for food and meds and ammo and comps. So cool. But we never got cars. And I really hope to see it. And it's very nice to see it now, but why did it take this long? So, yes, it's very nice to see that the Neon collection grows ever more, I guess you could say. But what's going to happen to this? Is it actually going to hold up? It is selling pretty wild. And you might recall with the last year's batch, they sold insane amounts and they all went down in price. So let's just talk about the behaviour of what we saw last year. So going back over to here, Neon small boxes. We saw meds do 52,000. We saw small food doing about like almost 40,000. Small fuel did 46,000. You got comps here only just about doing about 38,000. And then we got seeds, which only did 26,000. People kind of became a little bit wiser to it, and they didn't buy as much. So, as you'll notice, these two are still struggling. Our food box is a bit not smart anymore because, of course, fridges were changed, and you get the idea. So, So as long as it's in demand, Meds box clearly proves that, all right, it should still retain its value. It should still hold up quite all right. But How important is it to you to have a cards box, a neon cards box? It's a very nice design. I don't think we'll be seeing a collection continuation for the small boxes anytime soon, or maybe next week we'll see berries. Ooh, we'll see. But the recent small props cards box only did about what, like 24,000 subscribers? I'm kind of worried this might reach 24,000 subscribers in the first 24 hours of sales. So just to repeat, 4.5 hours since we saw this Rusto rotate in, and as you'll see, it's sitting here. Oh, but just this little speech that I've done, we've just seen about 30 extra subscribers. And remember, subscribers are the bare minimum sales. We don't know how many each individual person has bought, but we do know the individual amounts that have been bought. So at least 4,825 people have bought this skin. Refresh. At least 4,826 people bought the skin. Refresh. At least 4,000. You get the point. So I was actually surprised it was going up so quick. You're nice, you're cool, but the previous small boxes, if I recall, sold for $1.49 each. This is selling for $1.99. Are you going to be all right? Oh, so I am concerned because I think it's selling a little bit too much. I'm not sure if the demand for it is actually matching up to the amount that's being bought. That could be problematic, but then again, it's abnormal. We don't have to rush into buying anything. So let me just quickly switch back over to here. As you may recall, we did the abnormal barders last night. I'd just like to confirm, after doing the barders and looking at the demand that the Blackout Handmade LMG had, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go grab some of them for me. So I actually only bought 10. I don't have tons of funds. I'm not joking. Let's just quickly switch over to here. There you go. This is my Christmas momentum, and I just keep buying things. I make progress, and then I spend it. It's not good. Here's hoping post-Christmas is good, because I really do need to fill up some of these counts. Oh, but I'm not exactly struggling, but I certainly would like to have more funds. So I've been buying prizes for my streams and whatnot. We do giveaways. You get the idea. So, yeah. So, other than that, then, shout out, hop in game, give that skin a good look, go away you, and let's go ahead and see how nice it looks in game. And here we are in game. Get a good look at number 19. I'm sure Mr. Duck is very, very happy. Of course, for the sales of the skin, of course. But yeah, he did try like 3 times, if I recall. I might be wrong. But it's very nice to see this finally being accepted. So about, what, 4 years maybe? It's a very nice, super standout skin. And it could be big trouble for the Small Props Collections cards box. So we'll see how that goes. But you also had to see how much this sells. It's doing pretty good. A little bit too good. So, alright, understood. We get it. It's selling a little bit too much. You're probably better off with just a barter. Wouldn't say no to that. Nighttime look. Let's get a good look at you. Are you reflective? To a point. Is that the main thing that you care about? Probably not. But it certainly does look very, very nice. And so, of course, let's go ahead and make it Total Darkness. And as you'll see, that's a very nice, super bright, standout design that you could put on your shelf. Oh, yeah. Put it on your shelf, and I'm sure you're going to greatly appreciate that. So, once again, feel free to comment below your thoughts in regards to this. You probably have bought some already. I don't blame you. But if you bought an excessive amount, do not be surprised. As time goes on, lots of them start to appear in the Steam market, and the price slowly starts to go down, because that's exactly what happened to the previous small boxes. Now, if we were to see a sequel next week, because there is the small berries box as well, I mean, that very likely could, jump up a bit. I don't think the skin creator will be able to get another skin accepted for some time, though. I mean, we'll see. If he wants to submit more, he's more than welcome to. But being realistic, I don't think that'll be happening. Also, we have Christmas in the way as well, so, okay, understood. Right then, so, looks perfectly fine to me. If you like it, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator, keep them nice and motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. And with that, let's now move on to the next skin. And here we have the first snow jacket in a very, very long time. So I had a little error earlier. We haven't seen tack gloves being accepted, which is unfortunate. But we do know that we are getting tack gloves regardless next week. And don't worry, we will be revealing that very, very soon. But for now, I'm impressed with the design. Do you happen to like the No Mercy snow jacket? So, yes, snow jacket's been available for a very, very long time. I believe it was like literally one of the first ever, like, clothing pieces added to Rust. How often do you actually use a snow jacket? How often have you made a snow jacket? How many of you are actually going to go through the effort in skinning your snow jacket to be a No Mercy snow jacket? Now, with all due respect, I mean, it does blend in very nicely with the No Mercy pants. And you might say, well, how come you're wearing them already? I didn't have anything to go with it. It would just be my underwear. So, yeah, just be grateful that I got the pants on. But, yeah, honestly, looks totally fine to me. And it definitely looks like it has a pretty decent promise for potentially being some nice white camouflage. Don't worry, we'll be testing that out in a bit. But, yeah, what do you reckon? Nighttime look, and I do like the detail here. Bad Trip, Mr. Hulk have done a very, very good job with that. That's a nice reflection. That does look very pretty. But some of you might also be aware that we have the whiteout snow jacket on the workshop as well. Ooh, okay, well, maybe next week. But I should also point out we have seen some other collection continuation, like snow jackets on there, like training jacket. I think that's a very good chance of potentially being accepted. Maybe the tech gloves for both the No Mercy and the training collection might have to wait a while though. So again, we will explain that in a minute, or rather maybe in about an hour. But with what I see here, can we just quickly test and see, does it happen to glow in the dark or anything? People do ask. As you can see, no, it does not glow in the dark. So alright, cool. Looks very nice. So how about we go ahead and put on some more of the clothes. And there we go. Right, so let's get out nice and close. Do you enjoy the fit? Are you impressed? Do you like what you see? So, yeah, looks nice. I think people could appreciate it. It's just the issue of, like, how often do you even, like, deal with snow jackets? Again, feel free to comment below your own thoughts. But now, I thought, you know what? Let's hop into the snow. Let's see if the camouflage is any good. So, from a distance, not too bad. I mean, look at it. It's fine. It's just the issue of some people, I know we're going to like bring up, oh, but it's got black in it and whatnot. Oh, I'm worried. No, honestly, from a distance, it's totally fine. Like, how about I go ahead and stand near the rocks as well? I mean, like, if you're caught off guard and you got your back to them, you know, it's just over here, just chilling. Does a decent job. But how many of you are going to, like, put the effort into stand next to these rocks and just sit there forever? So, it's a very nice, lovely looking design. I'm pretty sure that's number 41 for the No Mercy collection. A lovely, exquisite piece of work, but do you even use snow jackets? Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. It's the second best-selling skin so far. Is it simply, like, just due to the novelty of it? Oh, look. A snow jacket skin's been accepted. I've never had one of those. Cool. And then you never use it. Yeah, that's a bit of a concern. So, based on what I see here, looks nice, looks lovely, but we will see another one next week. And most likely some Christmas ones. Keep an eye out for all the Christmas submissions this weekend. And most likely for Christmas week too. Do not be surprised. Remember during Halloween, we had the miner hats and they just kept getting accepted over and over and over again. Oh, could that happen to snow jackets? Well, we're just going to have to wait and see. So, let's hop out of here and talk about how, like, with the sheer lack of skins available, maybe it could still work out alright, but we really should learn from the miner hat situation. Snow jackets. Why am I not feeling very confident? Well, first of all, I've said this before. Oh, can you remember what I'm referencing? It's been 8 years since we saw a marketable snow jacket skin being accepted in a Rust store. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. These were in Rust stores. These are like random general drop skins you get after playing a certain amount. Like after 2 months, you just get like a random t-shirt or a beanie hat skin. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those are one of them. So, all right, cool. Yes, I know we had the Twitch drop in between, but talking specifically about marketable skins, 8 years. Could there be any potential problems? Well, we know for a fact that we're very likely to see another one next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, and they can very easily like lose attention. I wouldn't be surprised if this potentially reaches up to about 30,000 subscribers. Again, we have made the point about, do you even use snow jackets? Are you actually going to go through the effort into skinning them? I think a lot of people are just going to get like a first quick glance at that. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if some people mistakenly assume that's just a regular jacket. So what I'm saying is, I think a lot of people just see it. They notice it's all nice and white. They'll just instantly assume it's good snow camouflage, but then they'll probably never even bother actually like applying it or use it, if you know what I mean. So they bought it, but then they're kind of like stuck with it, and they'll just probably dump it. I'm very worried about that. So yes, I wouldn't be surprised that probably reaches up to about 30,000 subscribers. At the current rate of sales, it really wouldn't surprise me. But now let's, remind you of a certain item over here. Yep, miner hats. The exact same situation. So about 8 years, oh look, we've finally got a brand new one being accepted, and it looks cool. Anglerfish miner hat. But a lot more of them appeared afterwards, didn't they? So yeah, that looked very cool. A lot of people were very impressed. Oh wow, it's the first miner's hat skin to be accepted in 8 years. Quite a lot of people assumed it was the first ever skin, like, in general. So okay, cool. Added over 31,000 subscribers, almost 32,000 subscribers. But then next week, Angelic Halo. A very bright, very silly, very strange looking design. That was accepted. That also did over 30,000 subscribers. And then the following 3, they were perfectly fine designs in their own right. But unfortunately, they didn't sell as much. They didn't keep the attention. With far too many skins being accepted in such a short amount of time, it was a struggle for all of them to actually maintain your interest. People didn't care, and the price dropped off. And the most important question is, do you even use a miner hat that much? Oh. So what we see right here, very likely will be happening all over again with what we have back over to here with the brand new snow jacket skin. Point made? Point made. So by all means, if you like it and you want one for yourself, go nuts, buy one for yourself. But as an investment, I am very curious and cautious, right? So I've seen the behavior before, and I've reminded you of it again, right? We'll see how it goes. So, buy order? Yeah, buy orders. Abnormal barders first, next Wednesday. And after that, well, we'll see if the barders actually hold up. We'll see if it actually has enough interest, and then we'll consider buying it. But yeah, abnormal barders first, 100%. Sinotype fuel. So, I'd like to confirm, in comparison to neon large boxes, Sinotype has matched up. And there's still number 19 on the workshop. So, 1, 2, 3, 18 in total. Lovely. Awesome. So that's back in 2021. But in 2025, Sinotype has matched up to the amount. Now, there are some different ones and all that. And of course, over to here, could we potentially see number 19? Maybe not until February. I don't think we'll be seeing another Sinotype skin, at the very least until January time, because of course the skin creator needs to submit a Christmas skin. Like, let's just go check. Did he do that? Nope. So he's going to have to submit a Christmas skin. Do you remember what happened during Halloween? For 3 whole weeks we didn't see a Sinotype skin, and the price crashed. So what happens now? I mean, I think we're in for a bit of a storm, a bit of a big problem, perhaps. Or maybe it's not too bad. You know what I haven't done today? I haven't even looked at the player count. How good was the player count today? I would have hoped for better, but then again, after finding out that the Naval update wasn't coming out, a lot of people just probably didn't feel as enthusiastic. Maybe it'll improve over the course of this weekend. We'll see. But we really do need to see better player counts, and we do need to see like some proper momentum, because unfortunately, I am worried about you. Sinotype collection isn't doing stupendous, but it's also not doing terribly. Boxes DLC still looms over our heads. We still do not know what it looks like. We still have no idea what it is. And I'm concerned in a different sort of way, because a certain batch of Twitch drops / kick drops, they're trying to build their very own set. What do you mean? Oh, you'll see for yourself in a bit, don't you worry. But yes, boxes DLC drops, there can be some concerns. Regardless though, it's impressive that it reached this point. As time goes on, will it be appreciated again? Like, will it slowly continue and slowly gain in value, rise up in price? I'd like to see it happen. I really would. But we have to see it actually happen around January time. So keep an eye on it, right? In regards to, of course, the fuel storage, how desperate are you for... how desperate are you in need for a fuel large box? Feel free to comment below. Please, like, offer your own opinion. Please, like, be honest. Because I'm kind of questioning it. But also, based on what we saw with the recent skins, let's also just quickly remind you, Electric, lowest selling skin, 19,819 subscribers. followed by what was the previously lowest selling skin, Sinotype drop, 24,111 skins, followed by the previous lowest selling skin, Sinotype stone, 25,288. What sure is going to happen to Sinotype fuel? Is that going to sell even less compared to this? I mean, I don't know, but I guess we wouldn't be surprised. There's a pattern going on here. So, okay, we'll see how it goes. Sinotype fuel, you're fine. You're another Sinotype skin. But, of course, we've already established that not every single one of them's doing perfectly fine. And, well, are you the final skin? Does it end at 18? Or will the skin creator actually try to get another skin made? He did say he plans to. But Face Punch at some point would most likely tell him, all right, it's time to stop. We've got enough skins now. Or maybe Boxes DLC just comes out and then that's it, done. Ooh. So, just repeat, we have no idea what Boxes DLC is at the moment. But there has been mentions of an ore box, food box, scrap box, and another one I can't remember. So, why would they reference it in such a way? I don't know. But then again, it could be a box storage collection they've made themselves, but it's small boxes. All right, that wouldn't be too bad then. So, we'll see how it is, all right? We'll see how it goes. Let's hop in game, give it a good look. You can tell me if you like it or not. And here we are, for the 18th time. Get a good look at Sinotype fuel. F-U-E-L, fuel. Lovely. Right. That's a perfectly fine looking storage. It's a lovely, lovely sequel to the many, many others that we've seen over the past several months. So, yep, looking very nice. And, of course, nighttime look. Does it reflect that much? Of course it does. Well, to a point. It's not too ridiculous. Much like all the other Sinotype skins. And now, let's just get a good look at this in total darkness. Yeah, it's fine. Got no issue. Looks okay to me. Go for the comment below what you think. But do you think now is the actual end? Or will we actually see the Navy box being accepted in the future? Thank you very much, Bo. Much appreciated. Next up, we have the Cobalt Jungle Container Garage Door. You might recall earlier this year, we had a very interesting sheet metal door. We had a very interesting armoured double door. So, this was actually originally to be expected. Back when we had the jungle update, unfortunately, wasn't accepted. Until now, which is very nice to see. But the timing definitely is awkward. I've already referenced that last week we had the Firefly's garage door, and, well, it was very nice. Had some interesting transparency. Some very, very interesting transparency on the bottom. And so, I have to bring it up that, as you might notice, this also happens to have transparency in the bottom. What do you reckon, Don't worry, we'll do a proper comparison of that in a minute. But what we have over here is also a nice bit of transparency in the top. This also doesn't glow in the dark. Now, for some people, that might be a bit of a problem. But for some people who kind of want to have a nice sort of concealed, hidden sort of base, I mean, you can try your best. It doesn't always work, but what do you reckon then? Let's get up nice and close and observe all the leaves. Some very nice looking foliage. A lovely looking design. Skin Creator's done a very good job. So, feel free to comment your own thoughts in regards to what you just saw. And also, total darkness doesn't glow. So, I think we can understand, we can see that lovely stuff. But of course, it does have its very own advantages. With a lovely bit of transparency all along over to here, if you were to build in a certain way, you can definitely utilise that. You can utilise this in two different ways. So, let's take control. Boom. Let's try out the jump up. Now, if I were to just kind of move the sun around so it's a lot easier to see, like, the light from the other side. There you go. You'll notice the transparency there can be very, very handy. But, of course, as we've already referenced, it's also got some very useful transparency on the bottom. Now, in comparison to the Firefly's garage door, I will be a bit straightforward. That's a lovely little window, but it's only on the sides. Perhaps that might not be enough for everybody. Over to here, these gaps, they're a bit thinner, but there's a lot more of them. I think overall a lot of people probably would prefer this one in terms of like having a nice bit of transparency in the bottom. But this is still very nice. And of course, you can have a nice little jump up. You could have it built in this way. So however you might want to build your base, that could be utilised in different ways, which is very nice. But maybe there's better options in certain different ways. I'm sure you could probably agree with that. So feel free to offer your own opinions based on what we just saw there. But with this being number 38, with this being number 38 for this year, with all these garage doors being accepted, it's getting pretty ridiculous, isn't it? Now, one extra thing I just want to showcase to you real quickly. How's it look when it's rolled up? I mean, well, it doesn't glow, but I just thought some people might be curious just to see, oh, maybe it's like super hidden secret glow. No. Alright, cool. Understood. So, $2.49. Is it going to retain its price? Or could there be problems? Is it interesting and special enough based on what I just showcased to you? Or is it still likely going to suffer, considering we do have other options that probably are better based on how you build your base? Let's hop out of here and talk about all the garage doors that are accepted this year. So, for this too, I remain cautious. Last week, with the previous skin, I thought about it, I questioned it, and I thought, you know what? I think I'll just stick with the barter that I did. I kind of get the feeling with this appearing literally the very next week, this might slip up. Hopefully it doesn't crash and burn, but based on all the other garage doors with this... Based on all the other garage doors we've seen this year, they're not exactly doing super great. Mystic Tree doors doing alright. Senor Tomato garage doors doing alright. Wait, what? Okay, Anime Girl Popstar garage doors doing alright. The majority though, ooh, it's not looking pretty. So yeah, okay, by default garage doors, far too many of them. But you were special, you were unique, and your transparency on the bottom is better compared to this. I would say that, but maybe in certain ways this is better. Offer your opinion if you want to, but $2.49. I've seen many garage doors suffer with that price. They crash and they burn. But you, more discreet, someone said more stealthy, perhaps a lot more people would appreciate something like this. And again, based on what I showed you, it's is it a jack of all trades, or does it actually master something? Maybe that's the way to say it. All right, cool. It's abnormal. We can do our abnormal barders next week, all right? No longer is it Heat Seeker summer. I'm happy to sit here and say it's Heat Seeker winter time. Right, so Heat Seeker SAP has appeared. You know, earlier, when I mentioned that we have Twitch drops on the horizon, we might have a bit of a predicament. You'll see for yourself in a second, don't you worry, but hey, Heat Seeker collection. So, unfortunately, that revolver did suffer when we saw the Olympus revolver. This went all the way down to $4.50. It's now back up to $6.50 and more. People do appreciate and like the Heat Seeker collection. The MP5, do you remember that? 65,000 subscribers. It's only down by 17%. It's recovering. It's improving. And oh, that's only looking better. That very likely could be a nice investment. A bit risky, but January time, I won't be surprised. Remember, back in the summer, it did improve. It did go back up to the positive. Heat Seeker LR300, it's not doing very well because I'm sure you're fully well aware of that. Brand new Space Station LR300 special DLC skin. Someone dumped over 100 listings. Anyway, SAP, it's nice to see you. Number 8 in the collection, and chances are, hopefully we'll see some more. You know, we've got an M249 there, a crossbow, bolt-action rifle. But with what we see here, it's not unique, it's not special, and it's $3. $3 could be a bit of a problem. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So, okay, we'll give it a good look, but remember, $3. Keep that in your head, alright? $3. $3. $3. $3. And it looks cool. It has an awesome looking design from Mr. Vase. This whole collection has been appreciated for a very long time. Oh, and the transparency as well. Didn't even mention that, did I? So, not too long ago, we did see the BSAP. That was very nice. It's not holding up, unfortunately. Doesn't have much of a collection behind it. I can assure you, Heatseeker does. So, let's just take control. And, ooh, look at that. That is a very nice, a lovely looking design. So, we literally have transparency literally inside the aim sight, like the literal tip. But is that actually useful? Is that actually something that you're going to sit there and say, you know what, I need that. I really needed that. So, alright, cool. So, Hedge, while we were making such a fuss in regards to, like, you know, this is $3, this is $3, this is $3, why would you do that? What's wrong with you? Say it with me. $3, $3, $3, free. Say hello to hJune's Trust in Rust Twitch Drop SAP. Uh-oh. What great timing. So, yeah, $3. Free. $3. Free. $3. Do you understand the problem now? Yeah. So this is a lovely looking white design. Very nice, very pretty. But $3. Uh-oh. Maybe people don't feel the need and they'd just rather get that for free next week. I mean, I'm just saying. Chat, what's the consensus here? Would you rather have the Heat Seeker SAP and it potentially become a nice investment, or would you just rather commit to the hJune SAP and just get that for absolutely free? I mean, you could get both. You can get both. It's totally up to you. But I will say this, based on what we just saw literally just a little bit earlier, looking at all the skins, the one that is struggling is the LR300, and it's only down by 9%, and it's all due to the fact that one individual decided to list a stupid amount of stock. The MP5, it sold an absolutely ridiculous amount, didn't it? Yep. 65,000 subscribers. I do believe there's actually 100,000 of them in circulation, alright? That is absurd, okay? So maybe, considering that that's only down by 17%, maybe it implies there's actually a lot of demand. So perhaps as time goes on, maybe not too many people would be super crazy over this. But I don't see that many transparent SAP skins being accepted in Rust stores. And I wouldn't be surprised if, if time goes on, this slowly does pick up in its value, and it does work out nicely. We recently just saw the Olympus revolver being accepted, and the Heat Seeker revolver, oh, it suffered for about a week, then it went back up again. So what do you reckon? Are you that concerned anymore? I thought it'd be a nice way to introduce that. The hJune set will be available between, I believe, the 13th of December to the 18th of December. I have the date, so I'll verify it later, right? So cool. So let's also just, yep, get a good look at that. Give it a good reload. Lighting isn't the best here, unfortunately. Can I move this all the way around? There you go. That's a lot better. There we go. Lovely stuff. Lovely, awesome design. I think it still will hold up. Sales will definitely be the biggest impact. But most importantly of all, nighttime look. Come on. Does it stand out nicely? Is the nightlight good to it? And I can confirm this does stand out quite nicely. I'm just going to go stand in a puddle. So I can see that. It's not amazing, but I do vaguely see it. Switch. Oh. And then you also have Geverditch's SAP as well, don't you? So, I mean, that's a whole lot more visible. So, at the end of the day, at least you are aware. I try my best to keep you all informed, and, well, you're informed. So, what's your answer? Which do you prefer? Are you going to get both? Or are you just going to save some money and just get the hJune set? Feel free to comment below. Next up, we've got a double armored door skin. Dungeon Collection has returned, and I've got to be honest with you, I wanted the rug. If you've ever seen the dungeon rug, you could put that all over your base, and it just looks fantastic. If we ever see wallpapers, I'd love to see the dungeon wallpaper happen. But with what we have right here, that is looking very, very nice. So, let's get a good look at this at night time. Oh, that's looking quite special. Now, unfortunately, I've accidentally let my phone fall asleep. There you go. Wait, stay up. Right. There you go. Lights are on. So, get a good look at that reflection. It's looking very, very nice. Very, very nice. And, of course, with what we just showed you a second ago, total darkness, that stands out very, very nicely. So, double armoured doors, they tend to be quite a rare thing to see. Earlier this year, we've seen a few of them being accepted in Rust stores. Now, I keep telling everybody, I wouldn't be surprised if we probably see another one at the very end of the year. Boom. So, okay, cool. Based on what I see, it looks awesome. Dungeon Collection, though, it's not huge. And only one skin out of all of that has actually worked out quite nicely. The garage door that we showcased last week. But I would love to see the rug being accepted. Just to remind all of you, out of all the skins from the recent Complete the Sets, a good couple months back, only one of them got a collection continuation after like a couple weeks. Only one. So, I mean, it looks nice, it looks cool, but to truly see like how many of them there are and if it actually could hold up as a nice investment, we need to see all of them right now, and we need to, you know, look at some history. So perhaps that could work out quite all right in the future, or maybe initially there could be some problems. We're a little bit more up to date now, and we're getting close to about 5 hours since the Rust door rotated. Double armored door, well, 3,000 subscribers. Not too ridiculous. That's fine. But as more and more people, as they get home tomorrow, no more school for a weekend, no more work for a weekend. Oh, a lot of people see these skins, and well, chances are they'll probably like to buy quite a lot of them. This right here, though, it is an awesome looking design. I really did like all of the dungeon skins, but again, I gotta show you this. Look at this. Look at the rug. Look at the rug. Look at the rug. Here you go. Imagine if you could put that all over your walls in your base. That would be awesome. So maybe in the future, maybe next week. Oh, we'll see. But yeah, pop it back over to here. Oh wait, no, you gotta go back this way. There you go. Yep. The double armored door, very nice to see. Lovely looking design. I mean, of course, we just saw it a minute ago. But look at all the armored double door skins. So earlier this year, we got corrupted armored double door. That was a big surprise. That was an extra late pick. And then earlier this year, Cobalt jungle container armored double door. Yeah, we did mention you, didn't we? You're down in price though. What gives with you? Let's just get a quick look at you. Let's just see how you're currently holding up. Because maybe SCMM might be slow to updating its prices. If we just saw a collection continuation, wouldn't you assume that the price might have spiked a bit? Let's just quickly turn on my Steam Inventory Helper extension. And yeah, no, it's stuck there at $1.79. There is no major big fat walls. It hasn't budged. Oh no. So basically, it's just been trending downwards. Oh no. But here's a good question to ask you. How often are you actually using double armored doors? What servers do you play on? I don't know if everybody's actually getting enough usage out of it. Where's the justification to own skins? Oh, fair enough, fair enough. But considering we just recently got the Kick double armored door for absolutely free, considering we've got the Billum armored double door for absolutely free, and the Playrust armored double door, like, we've been seeing some really interesting skins for absolutely free. 6 this year, 5 the previous year, and before that, it was rare to see even getting one skin. I'm getting a bit more concerned about armored double doors. But I feel like a great thing to learn from would probably be the Pixel armored double door. Now, the one thing that really helped out this was the fact that it didn't sell that much. So that's a bit of a problem. But I can confirm this is sitting here at about $2.50. So let's just quickly confirm that. $2.55. Didn't sell that much. Not that many listings. Isn't really selling that much either. But it did initially drop off quite badly. Yep. But then as time went on, it did recover. And it rose up quite nicely during the summer. So, okay, fair enough. Maybe we could see the exact same thing with our brand new Dungeon Armored Double Door. But there's also the possibility that we could potentially see a skin creator return, and well, maybe they'll be reinvigorated and want to produce more skins for their collection. Now they've got a random complete the set skin. I'm gonna ask Smoothie for that rug. And it's over. So, in regards to what we see here, did you like the design? Were you pleased with it? But I gotta be brutally honest with you, I would most likely just stick with a buy order. Now, let's say I only did about 10,000 subscribers after 7 days in the Rust store. Okay, that would be interesting. But being realistic with you, no, that's not going to happen. So it looks nice, looks cool, but usage, more and more skins being accepted, problems piling up. Yeah, so, alright. I think we're going to stick with a buy order. You are abnormal, so we should be alright. Do I ever sleep? No, I have skins to yap about. I still have the Twitch drops to go through. Greening area armored door. So, this is an interesting thing to mention. Basically, this is the first armored door skin to be accepted in all of 2025 in a Rust store. We've already mentioned that we got the drop not too long ago, Blazed, Spoon Kid, a lovely, exquisite, artistic design. But this right here, this is a greening area skin. And I've got to say, these skins tend to do quite alright. Not insane, but they do hold up quite nicely. We recently got, in the recent Complete the Sets, the Greening Area Locker. How's this behave? Let's just quickly see. So right now you're about just over $2, and it looks like someone's trying to dump your stock. So let's just quickly get a good look at this with the Steam Inventory Helper. Look, okay. It's very thin though. How many sales do you normally get? That would probably be a very interesting thing to mention. It did drop off quite a bit. You know what? I think I got you mistaken with a different skin. You did drop off. Oh. Alright, well, that's a little bit awkward. But it is starting to improve. And with the arrival of the brand new skin today, oh, alright, you're getting there. Alright, well, I will confirm to you, that's a garage door in the positive. That's a large box in the positive. Not a very common sight to see. Sheet metal doors only down by 5%. Not too bad. People like the design. People do appreciate it. So, alright, cool. I mean, I would like to say some more positive words. But in regards to single armoured doors, we just talked about double armoured doors. How often do you use single armoured doors? Because I look at these skins and I start questioning. I get the feeling people don't use them that much. Also, considering you just got the Spoon Kid and Blazed armoured door drop for absolutely free, literally a month ago, maybe you probably won't need to buy this. Maybe the interest isn't there. Maybe the demand isn't there. And that's a big problem. So, in regards to what we have here, looks nice, looks cool. Maybe it doesn't sell that much. Maybe that works out very nicely in the future. If it doesn't sell that much, and we do potentially see more skins being made for it, another complete sets, another greening area skin is accepted, that would be cool. But if we also don't see any single armoured door skins being introduced or accepted next year as well, that very likely could rise up quite nicely. We've got so many skins in this Rust store, and this is like sandwiched right in the middle. So we'll keep an eye on it. It's also abnormal. We'll see how it goes. Let's hop in game, give it a good look. You can tell me whether you like it or not, because there's one key detail that I haven't actually mentioned in regards to this. Did you happen to notice that this right here happens to have a very nice transparent hatch right there in front of you? A very nice, very noticeable glow-in-the-dark skin with a lovely bit of transparency. Although I should remind you, if you're thinking that's super unique, super special, Bombshell Armoured Door exists. And unfortunately, back in the summer of 2023, they had some complications on the Steam market. It's cheap. So don't assume this is like the instantly the best thing to go to and whatnot. In terms of other available options, yeah. But also, quick look at night time. Let's get them nice and close. Here's the great question to talk about when you see a greening area skin. What on earth are they growing? What on earth are they growing in there? Greenberry? Sure. Yeah, we'll accept that answer. But it does look very, very nice. It stands out very, very nice. Is it that reflective? Not really. I mean, the side there does a bit. It looks nice. Looks cool. But of course, in total darkness, that is a very bright, very noticeable armoured door. But is it enough? As I said, we do have cheaper options out there. And the recent greening area skin didn't exactly do super great. I'm getting a feeling that if we were to see a collection continuation, maybe that probably properly would work out nicely. But the skin creator isn't that active anymore. Isn't making that many skins anymore. So that could be a bit of a problem. I already mentioned this. Out of all the skins in the previous Complete the Sets batch, only one of them got a collection continuation within a couple weeks. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. But of course, with the transparent hatch, we've got to go ahead and showcase this. I'll take control. I can confirm. Yep, the transparency is there. And you could probably build in a certain way. But how often do you actually get to the point where you have an armoured door? Not, this is me asking you. Comment below. I need to see responses. We'll see how it goes, but yes. All the recent single armoured door skins that were in Rust stores have gone down in price. It does give the what's the word to say? Insinuation? It gives off the idea that people aren't using them. People aren't buying them because they want to use them. Maybe we've had some pretty interesting drops recently, as I've said. Maybe people don't feel the need. But I don't think we've had one with a transparent site like that. So, yep, that's looking pretty cool. That's looking awesome. And by all means, if you like it, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creators, keep them nice and motivated, keep them to put out nice creative designs in the future. Right then. We'll see if you maintain your price. It's also abnormal. $2.49. Keep an eye on you. Right, let's get a good look at this one. Ruskin Enjoyers. Neon Bismuth has returned with a very lovely looking $2.49 locker. That's a very nice and shiny looking locker. Get a good look at that. Very exquisite. Now this is actually submitted recently, so props to Wildcat. They instantly took a liking to that. Quite a lot of the skins this week, oh, they are very late submissions, or rather very late acceptances, I should clarify. But yeah, that was literally submitted just this past weekend. I saw it, I was like, that's not a Naval skin. Well, who gets the last laugh now? You, Mr. Wildcat. And I think a lot of people definitely will be taking a liking to this. That is an exquisite looking design. So, in the past, we've had some very nice, very shiny, lovely looking neon bismuth doors. And they've held up their value quite nicely. At least I believe they have. We'll have to go ahead and take a look. Double door. We've had the double door. I believe we've had an armoured double door, I think. I'll be surprised. It's been a while, sorry. I know it was last year, but Hedge he has to remember so many silly things. It's ridiculous. So anyway, let's go ahead and showcase this in total darkness. I can confirm that is also very, very bright. Honestly, both of these skins, very impressive. They do kind of pair up quite nicely. You've got your green and your whites there. You've got your bright blues, your reds. You could do a bit of a nice mix and match. You could get a real good thing going on there. So, what do you think? Do you already have enough lockers? we've kind of seen a lot of these this year, haven't we? That's also kind of becoming a bit of a concern. I know we've been yapping about how we've seen a ridiculous amount of garage doors, but also, like, even recently we've seen a ridiculous amount of beds. Don't get me started, I know we've got another one. And Twitch drops, so, okay, fair enough. Why don't we go hop out of here, get a good look at that then, and of course, you know, look at the total amount of lockers we had so far this year. In question, are there any developing problems in regards to that? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at all the lockers this year, and as you might notice, 14 in total. Last year, we only got 7. The year before that, 8. The year before that, 4. Yeah. We're seeing a record-breaking amount of locker skins being accepted in a single year. So, I guess you could say it's very similar to fridges. How many of those fridges are currently working out? Well, maybe we'll talk about that in a bit, don't you worry. But, what's that? I was warning you about drops. There's a lot of drops appearing in December this month, but I'll show that a little bit later. If you want to skip ahead, look in the description, scroll down, you'll see it right there. But yes, that's a very interesting skin that I'm going to be talking about in a bit. But you, Neon Bismuth Locker, please be aware, there's problems. Ultramarine Locker's doing quite alright. That collection is pretty solid. As you'll see over here, Lunar Snake Locker, down 53%. Beauty Industry, down by 8, not terrible, but still down a price. Bamboo Cage Locker, where did it all go wrong? And Bones Cage Locker, down 66, down 58. Deep Sea Locker, down 67. Again, far too many skins have been accepted in a single year. It's too much competition. Only one has actually managed to stay in the positive. If I look at last year's batch, I mean, you got 1, you got 2. These aren't doing that great, unfortunately. Neither are these two, so that's a bit unfortunate. Perhaps with lockers, with them being a sort of rare thing to see in the past, unfortunately, with so many acceptances now, it's kind of lost that specialty to it. And, well, there you go. I'm having doubts. But then again, Bismuth collection. So technically speaking, this should be the Neon Bismuth collection. That should be separated. SUMM just bunches them all up together. You know, we've got a sheet metal door there, we've got a sheet metal door there. Speaking of, that Neon Bismuth sheet metal door, only slightly down in price. Did you go up in price today with the arrival of the locker? Let's just quickly find out. So this is sitting here at about $3. Again, we'll use Steam Inventory Helper to help us out. Are you $3? No, just a little bit below. So, okay, SUM was up to date. But have we actually seen you rise up? No, but you have been trending downwards. Since the summer, you've been going down, down, down. But now, ooh, okay, it's not that dramatically down price. No, it's not that bad, actually. Very well then. So, okay, we'll keep an eye on you. But of course, you'll notice with the other Neon Bismuth skins, $8, almost $8, and $4.30. The garage door is doing very well for itself, and we don't normally see that much with garage doors. Okay, well then. Will you end up like, well, I don't know, that, or will you end up like that? And let me just point this out to you. Ending up like this isn't that bad. That's a sheet metal door that's only slightly down in price. Most sheet metal doors, they tend to go down real bad, don't they? So, okay, maybe it's not too bad then. Maybe it's not too bad. But we have had a lot of lockers this year. Maybe this is going to be one of the good ones. What do you mean? Well, one of the ones that actually retains its price and it stays up quite nicely. And let's see how it goes. Your opinions, please. Feel free to comment below. Did you like it? Did you think it looked cool? Were you impressed? Or do you think it's going to suffer like many of the other ones this year? We're going to have to move on, but keep an eye on it. But also be aware. Special skins on the horizon. Forest Raiders collection gets a collection continuation, but this is deplorable. So, okay, a brand new deplorable is submitted. It looks nice. I have no complaints. And, well, when we see it for yourself, oh, it does look pretty cool. If we were to see a complete the sets like Forest Raider skin to be accepted today, I know you're going to sit there and say, oh, I really wanted clothing and armor. I would have, like, we've got burlap Forest Raiders and hide Forest Raiders. I know you would have wanted that. Personally, I would have liked to see the AK-47. but more specifically, personally, I would have liked to have seen the furnace. So, if you've ever seen the short video where I showcase the furnace, it's pretty goofy. Anyway, a brand new bed skin has appeared. Just as we're about to see 3 brand new bed skins being given away for absolutely free for Twitch rivals. Oh no! So let's just quickly switch over to here. Twitch.facemunch.com. It will be linked in the description. Scroll, scroll, scroll. General bed. Scroll, 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 scroll. William bed. Scroll, 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 scroll. Or a Rets bed. I'm going to confirm to you that I do intend to get my Twitch rivals Twitch skin showcase uploaded around midday UK time. Typically, Rust rotations like early in the morning. Typically, I put a predictions video out, don't I? But I'm going to delay the predictions video to Saturday with Trust and Rust skins. Okay, that's fine. But anyway, we have 3 beds on the horizon for absolutely free. This is going to be a bit of a problem. Oh, yes. So when I mentioned it at the very beginning of the video, I wasn't joking. We have a lot of drops on the horizon, and there could be some big problems for you. But it's still a Forest Raider skin. I can't help but assume it's going to still sell very nicely. By default, you know, people say, oh, Forest Raiders, I should buy that. I should acquire them. And to be honest with you, these are actually perking up quite nicely. This was kind of struggling. This was just doing just about okay. But with this appearing, the other deplorable skins are appreciating it. What would you like to see being made next if we were to see another one? I'm aware of the furnace, but I don't remember anything else. I think there's a large box. There was a large box. Okay, cool. So anyway, how about we hop in game, give it a good look. But just be aware, there's more beds on the horizon, and we've had quite a lot of beds this year. In fact, within like the past 2 months. It's pretty ridiculous. We've already got 17. Do I really need another one after I bought my waifu bed? Anyway, let's hop in game, give it a good look. How does he do it? How does he do it? Anyway, let's focus this. Let's focus the skins. So, get a good look at this very strange looking design. Lots of transparency in this one. Pretty goofy, pretty silly. But again, please be aware, 3 Twitch drops literally next week. So maybe this won't be holding up its value. Or maybe it does. We'll see. All right. Are you impressed with what you see? Do you think it could have been a little bit more? If you could think of some interesting changes, feel free to comment below and whatnot. We're stacked with bullets and med sticks here, right? So he hides it under his bed. So honestly, that looks fine. I've got no issues with that. Looks pretty sweet. Perfectly fine looking addition. I've seen the fridge before. Yeah, that was another one. Fridge. Forest Raiders fridge would have been pretty sweet. But the skin creator likes to do a thing where he kind of like hides a bunch of ammo in it. I guess it's supposed to be like you're super prepared for anything and all that. So, alright, cool. How about we go ahead and, you know, make it nighttime? So there is a bit of a problem. I'm right there with the lights. Uh-oh, it's a little bit too bright, isn't it? Yep. But based on what I'm looking at here, it's quite alright. Is it reflective? I mean, does it matter? I mean, I'm going to show it anyway, just so that could be a potential question that people ask. So it's looking fine. It's looking nice. So how about we go ahead and showcase it in total darkness? Well, as I said, the lights are there. So I was prepared. I put one over to here. So as you'll notice, discreet lighting, not super in your face, not super wacky. Well, what are your thoughts? Are you impressed with what you see? I do happen to like how the pillow sort of lights up. Again, that's all by design. It's not like an actual light. It's giving the impression that's a light. It's giving the impression of like reflection and whatnot. So that looks pretty sweet. That looks pretty cool. Props to Skin Creator. That's an interesting looking design. But is it actually going to maintain interest? Is it actually going to maintain its price? Considering the Twitch drops. And also the amount of beds we're getting is absolutely ridiculous. Last year, we got backpack skins. And for like a solid year, from November 2024 to November 2025, 39 skins accepted. It has been madness. We don't see many of those backpack skins holding up in value, do they? No, sorry. Looks nice. Looks perfectly fine in my eyes. And if you're a fan of that, feel free to comment below. But what Forest Raider skin would you like to see being made next? Now, let's go ahead. He's stuck in there. We have frozen someone inside of here. Is this is that a Shining reference? Probably. That does look very cool though. Skin creators have done a fantastic job with this. When I first saw it like quite some time back, I was kind of surprised it wasn't accepted. I thought the detail on this, very, very stylish and whatnot. Yes, Nuke vibe is pretty wacky. It's pretty scary in a way. But again, the reference to The Shining. I think that's a lovely, flavourful touch. And let me tell you, this glows very, very, very nicely. That is fantastic. Look at that. On all sides, what about the top? Not the top, but I get the feeling the red there is kind of glowing, so maybe it does glow on all sides. I do like how the bar on the side there is just literally like a neon light. He's literally frozen in there. Probably don't want to bring him out, do you? So, what do you think? Does it look cool? Well, I mean, we do have to bring up that we've had a ridiculous amount of fridge skins being accepted this year. Oh, Hedge, can't you be happy? No. No. It's a big concern. More than half of all the fridge skins that have ever been accepted have appeared in 2025, and I'm still expecting more for Christmas time. But still, it does look very, very nice. Can I just also quickly showcase it with the lights on? I realised I didn't have that, but yep. Quite shiny. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty sweet. That's looking pretty cool. But yeah, the amount of fridges we've had is pretty maddening. Pretty maddening. Right then, so let's hop out of here. Showcase all the fridge skins that we had so far this year. A question, what could we see next year? Okay, so fridges. Let's go ahead and give you a good look. And well, had some very cool looking Twitch drops, haven't we? Well, actually, no, that's a kick drop. Ah. But yeah, Spooky Harvest, you did look cool, but holiday theme skin, ooh. But then again, you're doing better compared to Bones Fridge. Abe Fridge was a bit goofy. Rastoria Fridge was totally fine. Outer Planets didn't sell that much, and yet it's still sitting here about half its price. Deep Sea down by almost 60%. Neon Pies Fridge almost down by 45%. Ooh. Like, all the neon fridges are down bad. I didn't even realise. They were actually doing quite alright for a while. You've only got, out of all the fridges that are accepted this year, 19 in total, 1, 2, 3, that's it. 3 fridges and that's it. Then again, there are a lot of drops, but still quite a lot of things that are actually accepted in Rust stores. Huh. Well, what are your thoughts in regards to that then? Do you think that looks reliable? Because I've got to hand it to you. It did look cool. It did look really cool. It's conflicting, but then again, it's not selling that much. Let's just refresh. Are we fully up to date? Okay, it has updated. So you're telling me that after about, and yeah, it's a bit late now, 6 hours since the Rust rotated, that's only done 1,800 subscribers. But then again, when it's a little bit like when it's the evening time for Europe tomorrow, and when, you know, like most people around the world back from work and finish school tomorrow, I do think these all will pick up a bit. I think the first 24 hours of sales probably will be perking up, and well, I mean, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, you look cool, you look lovely, but then Nuke Vibe Collection, oh dear. That looked cool, down 60%. That looked cool, down 69%. The weapons looked all right. What do you think? So yeah, I'm having my doubts, and I know we're going to see more fridges. I just know it. I just know it. So, okay, you look cool, you look nice, and by all means, if you like it and you bought it because you wanted it, listen, not every single thing has to be an investment. You can simply buy something because you think it looks nice. I'll see how it goes. The lack of sales very likely could help it out. We'll see. So, with that, I reckon what we'll do now, I think I'm going to showcase both the weapons, and then what we'll do is just showcase the Ladybug cosplay for last. We'll save it for last. So Fault Bow, immediately I'm going to sit here and say Fault Collection only consists of weapons. Give that some time. It will also go down in price like all of these have. They all look pretty, they all look shiny, they look lovely, but they are not appreciated. I will learn from this behaviour. I'll anticipate how other people are going to react to them, and I just don't have that much faith. Also, hunting bows. Take one quick look at this, and you'll see for yourself. Black Ops bow's doing quite alright. Yeah, I misjudged it. I'm sorry. But you, oh my. Down 46, down 41, down 47, and down 51. Problematic. Last year, only the Abyss hunting bows currently holding up. Year before that, only the Legacy bow. You might notice the vast majority of these bow skins are down real bad. Not all of them, but the majority. So, okay, fair enough. Fault Bow, you're not in exactly a wonderful position, but we're still going to showcase it, and if you like it, okay, can't stop you from liking it. If you want to buy it, by all means, a treat for yourself. And then the Apocalyptic LR300. 5 years. 5 years that took to be accepted. Apocalyptic Collection. Sorry about that. That looks interesting. This was originally accepted back in 2019, and we've seen quite a lot of interesting skins being accepted. But then, since then, oh, here we go. Got the tools here later after that. Last year, we got the Apocalyptic roadside gloves. I thought they'd hold up and be a nice investment. They're all right. Not the best, but they're all right. Now we have the Apocalyptic LR300. Let me tell you this. What happens when we see that brand new DLC, the Space Station DLC LR300? Protox has showcased that skin very nicely, all right? So he's got the video. You can go ahead and look at that. Maybe I might be able to showcase it. We'll see, we'll see. But you, unfortunately, you're still an LR300. I have been wrong this year. I have seen the Black Ops LR300, but I'm still somewhat convinced that was pumped. Either way, he's evens. But everything else, ooh. And we did talk about the Heat Seeker LR300 earlier. Just one individual lists over 100 listings. It suffers, but it's only down by 9%. Maybe it's not that bad. We'll see. Anyway, look at all of these skins. Look at all of them. 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 Pretty much every single one of them is down in price, bar a few. All right, so I'm not feeling very, very, very confident. We'll see how it goes. Okay, but by default, most LR300s just crash and burn. And with a brand new, very special, very interesting glow-in-the-dark aim sight, transparent aim sight LR300 skin being made and introduced as a DLC, not feeling confident. Alright, here we are. Let's get a good look at this. It's a perfectly fine looking bow. I've got nothing against it. Looks nice. I aim down. Oh my goodness, I can shoot. It's so lovely. Now let's just get a good look in third person. I've said it about every single Fort skin. The gemstone design looks very, very, very nice. But with every single skin that we've seen, every single weapon, they go down in price. People just don't seem to appreciate it enough. Which is quite sad, unfortunately. It looks nice, but you're just not being appreciated. Alright, well, it is what it is. Now, of course, some people might be a little bit curious and they'll say, hey, does it glow in the dark or anything? No. No, it does not. Sorry. Alright, cool. How about we go ahead, give you a nice little look. I mean, it's a bit awkward to see. There you go. Now you can see it's nice and shiny. And if you're wondering, oh, does it stand out that much at all, like night light and all that? I can see my hand. There you go. So, let's just strike a pose and look pretty. At least try my best. It's fine. Yeah, I've got no issue against it. But hunting bows in general don't really tend to hold up their value. Fort skins in general, a weapon-only collection, not exactly doing the best and kind of crashing and burning, I'm sorry to say. But if you like it, if you adore it, if you appreciate it, go ahead, buy it for yourself, love it, and keep it close to you. Right then, so that very likely will be like a 60 cent to 80 cent barter. That is not abnormal. So, yeah, that could be a bit of a problem. Anyway, let's now switch over and take a look at the LR300. So, that's a pretty interesting aim sight. A nice bit of bright blue. Very interesting. So it kind of got me curious. Does that stand out very nicely at night time? Let's go ahead and showcase it. I'm looking. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, okay, that's quite noticeable. That is noticeable. So, what are your thoughts? Do you like what you see? Are you impressed? It's fine. I've got no issue. It's just, yeah, we've already talked about this. LR300s, they're just not. Until we see some sort of interesting boost. And with the DLC on the horizon, I mean, I'm not feeling super confident. You've seen me act this way with every single LR300 we've seen this so far this year, haven't we? Well, so far, we're almost ending, so. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, give it a reload. Cool. And now, let's go over to here. Lights off, or, you know, nighttime. Looking pretty sweet. Looking pretty cool. Now let's just strike a pose and, well, try and look even more cool. Very cool. Lovely looking design. What do you reckon? Would you like to use this? If you had to use the skin, would you like to use this? Or, again, with the DLC on the horizon, have you seen it for yourself and do you think you're only going to ever use that DLC from now on for an LR300? Now we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, looks fine to me, but yeah, with my better judgment, based on how I've seen all the other LR300s behave over the past few years, I might just stick with a buy order. Okay, so that's a wrap with the final weapons. Both of them not being abnormal, not feeling very confident. They might not sell that much, and whilst we did see that with the full SMG the previous week, 6,000 subscribers, it's already going down in price. Some things are just, they can't be stopped. It's inevitable, and I can't feel like I don't think you'll be surviving. I don't think you'll be surviving. The lack of sales could turn around and make it, probably help it out. Maybe they could get manipulated in the future, we'll see, but it's not something to rely upon, so alright, fair enough. Let's now go ahead and talk about the Ladybug Cosplay Tier 2. So very nice, lovely red design. It has completed its set. So let's just quickly confirm to you. The hoodie and pants were accepted back in 2021. And then a very weird, strange thing happened in regards to someone on Twitter, which I don't think was 100% legitimate, but hey, anyway. Through some sort of request on Twitter, if you know, you know. Yeah. Tier 3 was accepted. And just to remind all of you, the hoodie and pants did 36,000 subscribers each. Tier 3? Oh, only 13. So will the Tier 2 match up to this and this? Oh, I should also point out we got boots, didn't we? Boots for complete the set quite some time back. And we'll see. But with this arriving, Ladybug's been on the front page. Oh, Ladybug's been bought out. There's the pants. And, well, let me tell you, nearly all of it was on the front page, literally the first page. Oh, look, there's a Christmas skin. I guess we're seeing more and more of that now, aren't we? It's getting closer. It's getting closer. So, yep. Lovely looking stuff. So, if it's now completed the skin, or rather the whole set is what I'm trying to say, what next? Well, we probably could still see some roadside gloves. It's up to Milho Frito. Well, there's the standard gloves right there. I could ask him. He could do tech gloves, actually. I'll give him a nudge. We could probably see a jacket. Wouldn't say no to that. I did ask him to consider doing the big cosplay tier 2 again. That didn't get accepted. To be honest with you, if that got accepted today, I probably would have been very happy, because I actually bought a bunch of them in anticipation with the B update. Anyway, so this is fine. If this sells less than the rest of the set, much like what happened with the tier 3 here, it very likely could become the most expensive pieces if people actively want to use this set. That's the next question. Do people want to run around in bright red? It's not like super bright, but you get what I'm saying. It stands out quite a lot in certain environments, and that might be a bit of a problem. Right, anyway, let's go ahead, hop in game, give it a good look, and then after, add all the other bits and pieces. So keep it in mind, with the last batch to complete the set skins, didn't see, pretty much nearly all of them did not see another continuation anytime soon. And it's up to the skin creator, Milho Frito. He makes a lot of skins. He has a lot of collection continuations he can do, because he has a lot of collections, and he makes a lot of Twitch drops as well. He wouldn't reveal all of them to me. How could he? Anyway, but what we have here, it's a fun, goofy, silly set. I know for a fact a lot of people do happen to like it for what it is. But just by itself now, I'm not 100% sure. Perhaps looking at the tier 3 sales might probably give you a bit of a better indication, because whilst they did sell quite a fair bit less compared to the hoodie and pants, did it actually sell quite decently beforehand? It was a solid 2 years, no, 3 years, which just kind of sat there in the Steam market with not a continuation. Well, then again, we did get the boots, so maybe the past 2 years might be a good thing to check up on. Either way, looks fine to me, no issues. I like the little badge there. And yeah, it looks like just a fun little sort of costume, quite literally, of all the buttons. Lovely. Nighttime, the metal does happen to reflect quite a fair bit. Yes. And how does it look in total darkness? Some people probably would have questioned, hey, does it glow in the dark or anything? Nope. It's a fun, silly set, but it definitely does not glow in the dark. So, alright, cool. Not too bad. How about we go ahead then and put on more of the clothing and armor pieces. Boom. Get a good look at Ladybug cosplay. So, what would you like to see being made next? Head wrap? Jacket? Roadside gloves? What about tack gloves? We'll see. So it's up to the skin creator, but again, he definitely is busy. Always making new skins for all of the other collections, and he doesn't really return to the old cosplay sets that much. You might recall Frog Cosplay, the most recent new one that he made. Well, when was the last Frog Cosplay skin he submitted? There you go. And of course, some people might be questioning how's it look at night time. There you go. Still looks the same. No issues, no worries. And of course, in total darkness, yeah, none of it glows. No issue, no worries. All is good, all is good. But yes, is it too silly for you? Does it even like work for you? I mean, red stands out in quite a lot of environments. Maybe it's just too silly. But maybe you'd still like it. How could you say no to these booties? They're so happy. So happy. So, alright, cool. It's nice to see like an actual set being completed to a point. Still need those gloves. So, how about we hop out of here? Look at the sales history of the tier 3 armor as a nice example. And question what might happen to the tier 2. It's not abnormal. That could be a bit of a problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the tier 3 armor and see how it progressed over the, well, past 2 or so years. Here's the face mask. It's sitting here at $4. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Scroll. Oh, did I sell mine? No, I don't think I sold mine. No, damn. But look at that. Look at that gain. Look at that. It's never been ever higher. But yeah, just look at what's happened in the past. So back in 2022, there you go. It's looking cool. Look, it looks like it's still quite alright, and then we get this spike in price because of course we saw the boots and then it went back down again. So look what happened. For a while it was really cheap, like 60 cents. But over the past few years it's actually been climbing up a fair bit. So I do think there's some demand there. Well, now that we've got like a full collection, will it remain fairly in demand or will it just kind of drop off again? Just remember, this is what's happened in the past when we saw the boots. It went all the way up to like $3 almost, or $2.50, but then it went down. So, ooh, we've got to keep an eye out for you. And of course, we're going to probably see the exact same thing here. So $3, scroll. It's spiked up quite nicely. And look at the sales history. Oh, that's a bit more bumpy compared to the face mask. But yep, around 2022, there you go. That's when the boots came out. Interesting. So, okay. Hopefully it does hold up a lot better this time. Yep. Recently, it went as high as $2.50 back in August. Seems a lot of people do happen to appreciate it. So if the tier 2 sells quite a bit less compared to the rest of the set, I think we're looking at something pretty interesting there. I think a lot of people might be probably wanting to buy that. Is it going to maintain the prices it has now? I'll be honest with you, I have doubts. All right. This is why someone asked me, Hedge, how come you instantly tried to sell your face masks? Because I don't think it's going to actually maintain that price. So I listed free. I was hoping it's going to sell. It didn't. Damn. So, okay, cool. I'll keep an eye on it. Lowest selling skin at the moment. We are, what? I can't even remember how many hours I said. 6 hours? Yep. It isn't looking like it's going to reach that far. If this ends up with less than 10,000 subscribers, okay, that's pretty interesting. So, we're just going to have to leave it at that. Overall, there's a lot of very interesting looking skins this Rust store. But, I said it many, many times. Let's just refer back to the previous Complete the Sets. These prices, they did drop off pretty badly. But they're starting to recover. Right now, it's December. We look forward to January time. We'll expect to see prices improve ever so nicely. But look and see. Lots of red. You're doing all right. Lots of red. You're doing okay. You're doing okay. You're doing okay. Bad. Again, is it that bad? I mean, down 30%. Sure, okay. That sold next to nothing. It's almost tripled in price. That sold next to nothing. It's almost doubled in price. So some things did work out, some things didn't. But the only thing here that I'm aware of that got a collection continuation afterwards was a Oasis sheet metal double door. So you might recall the furnace. Well, but I don't recall anything else here getting anything extra. So could we see something here potentially getting something extra down the line eventually? Well, no mercy for sure. I'm not sure if this has even changed that much in regards to the hoodie and pants, but yeah, I don't think. What could come out that could give you a boost? Tack gloves? I mean, we'll see. Anyway, looking back over to here, it would be nice if we saw some more things, but I wouldn't be surprised that that's probably it for most of them. This was a recent submission, so that's probably still quite alright. Heat Seeker, I think that could return. I've asked the skin creator, hey, do you reckon you could do a handmade NMG? He's like, I don't know. I kind of get the impression Face Punch doesn't want it anymore. Well, Mr. Vase, does it look like that now? Do it. Anyway, so we'll see. Out of all these skins, what would you like to actually get another skin? Like, what would you prioritize? What would be your most favorite collection here to get another skin accepted? Well, keep an eye out. But most likely won't be happening until January time, okay? We're not going to see any regular skin submissions for about 3 weeks, I believe. No, it's the final weekend just before the end of the month, end of the year. So, okay, we are expecting some normal submissions. I'm a fan of the dungeon set. Gonna get that door. Oh yeah, it looks cool, but I still want that rug. Maybe I'll vote for the rug. Right, cool. So, now let's quickly talk about the commits, and then we'll dedicate more time to talking about what's happening over the course of this month. So, have you been keeping track of the commits? Can confirm to you, it looks like Ice Sculpture is going to get bundled up with the Christmas wallpapers. Wallpaper, ceiling, floor, we're getting something special. I'm not sure if there's anything else, but it looks like it's going to be added to a pack. So we saw mentions of wallpapers for Christmas back in, well, for Halloween, when we saw like Halloween wallpapers being mentioned. Christmas is also happening. So keep an eye out. We're not seeing this until the 18th of December. Now you also might recall, wait, hang on a minute, didn't we have like a space station weapon skin, the LR300? Yeah, but that's also not going to appear until the 18th of December. Along with the birthday stuff as well, if I recall. So we're getting like the balloons and the silly hat. Again, 18th of December. All right, well, fair enough then. Anything else? As of now, we're not sure. Boxes DLC still seems to be worked on. I do not expect anything to come out for January Force Wipe. It's just going to be a standard Force Wipe again. An actual update. Maybe it's just a few changes, but I wouldn't expect that much. All right? Just some small changes. So maybe we'll get a DLC. We shall see. Anyway, January 1st, 2026 is when we have the Force Wipe, okay? Keep that in mind. Americans, South Americans, try and stay sober. Okay, cool. Anyway, is there anything else that needs to be addressed? So, of course, Twitch Rivals Twitch Drops. I've recorded all the skins except the sofa, the wallpapers, and the light. But I assure you, it will be done. In fact, I do intend to quite literally record that just after I do this. Because last night I recorded all the individual skins. Oh, it's hectic. Finding out one of the skins that was here wasn't actually supposed to be for this, because of course we also have Trust in Rust. So if I could just quickly get all the details here, I can give you all the correct numbers. Twitch Rivals, which of course you can see being mentioned right here, that's taking place between December 8th to the 12th. It's only going on for a few days. But then, Trust in Rust charity event in reference to Jingle Jam, that will be taking place between the 13th of December to the 18th. And you just saw that SAP. Tell me, would you rather have it for free? Anyway, so December 13th to the 18th. And then, at the same time, do you remember last year for Christmas? We got some skins for absolutely free. Notably, there were skin submissions that were originally intended to be, Christmas skin submissions. So, of course, you know, you've got to keep an eye out for all the skin submissions that appear over the course of this upcoming weekend, because the deadline is next Tuesday. I'm not joking. You're going to probably see hundreds of very cool, very interesting Christmas skins. I'm already starting to see some. Festive shirt, long sleeve t-shirt. I wouldn't say no to that. We don't get many of them. I've already started to notice some interesting collection continuations. So, Gingerbread House Garage Door last year. Gingerbread House Small Box this year. I mean, that's fine. A continuation's a continuation. I'm still expecting the Anime Girl Garage Door. It's happening, it's coming, it's coming, it's definitely coming, alright? Keep an eye out, alright? I'm selling those sheep in the door so easily at the moment, but I just can't help to assume the second that garage door appears in the workshop, it's going to go up even higher. And if it's accepted, whoo! Anyway, so keep an eye out for all the brand new Christmas skins. As I said, we're going to get 4 Twitch Drop Rustmas skins and 4 Kick Rustmas skins. All you have to do is watch, as far as I'm aware, all you have to do is watch anyone streaming Rust on either Kick or Twitch, and you could get the 4 Twitch drops and you could get the 4 Kick drops. They are different. Last year we only got 4 Twitch drops. They weren't that special. This year they do look quite nice, but again, remember, they're gimmicky for Christmas. So don't assume you're going to get like some game-breaking, insane, mad, crazy thing. No, it's Christmas skins. Tools, maybe a weapon, nice bit of, nice deplorable, whatnot. It's just Christmas stuff. But I can confirm 4 instances of drops happening in just December 2025. It is madness. And so, how about I give you a nice little preview of some things for this, but also some of the things for Trust and Rust. Bask in amazement for the first ever wallpaper drop. We actually have 2 versions, one that's just a purple wall and one that has the Twitch Rivals logo on it. Also bask in amazement because somehow I accidentally set it upon every single wall that we have all the way around here, so I don't know how we did it, but it happened. Anyway, you also notice we have the light here. You do have to power that. What do you think? Does it glow quite nicely? Ooh, looking pretty. And then, did you notice what I have on my face? I should really eat more. I'm looking a little bit skeletal. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, I mean, not literally. I'm quite fat in real life. So, yeah, that is the special charity skin. I should clarify, for Trust and Rust, we have 3 charity skins. And, well, I'm going to showcase them to you right now. That right there, I'm not sure what price it's going to sell for, but I wouldn't be surprised if at bare minimum $5, alright? Next week in the Rust store, we're expecting this face mask. We're expecting this very cool arcade-themed locker. Get a good look at that. That's awesome. Bit wacky, a bit silly, but it's all for a good cause. All the charity skins are raising funds for Jingle Jam, as you'll see right there, as it's pictured, looking very cool. You might have seen me on my stream a little bit earlier. I was also taking part in the Rust event. We didn't do much, we're just gathering resources. I know, that's Rust. But that does look quite pretty. And over to here, we've got a pretty interesting looking furnace. It's got an interesting amount of transparency on the bottom. These are expected to be in the Rust store next week, alright? And so, how about I go ahead and turn this on. And there you go. Very loud. Get a good look at that. That's looking pretty interesting. Look at the locker as well. Very, very shiny. Cool. Right then, how about we look at both of these in total darkness. Get a good look at that. So that is very bright. And quite loud, to be honest with you. How about I just lower the volume a little bit? There you go. That's a little bit better. So that's nice. That's also nice. A very cool looking glow in the dark skin. I do like that. That's right then. So, as I said, do not be surprised if all 3 of them are at least $5 each. Maybe one of them might be free. We'll see. All right, we'll see. And in regards to Twitch drops for Trust and Rust, a certain pair of gloves elude us. We didn't see any tech gloves today, did we? No, didn't happen. And it seems next week it's set that we don't see them in the Rust store either. For Christmas though, it seems to be alright. For what you have over to here is hJune's very special white tack gloves. Get a good look at that. What do you think? Are you impressed? I mean, you probably like the SAP there. You could get that for absolutely free. You can get these for absolutely free. I mean, how could you be upset? So I believe that's literally just by watching hJune. When Trust of Rust takes place, I do believe we'll have hJune, general drops, charity skins. That's what it is. The event's also taking place, but, you know, to get the skins, you get the idea. But they don't glow, so that's alright. I think we'll be fine with that. So, are you impressed with the first ever tack glove skins we're ever going to see? Feel free to comment below. And of course, I'll do a proper video showcasing them, so yeah. Kind of spoiled most of it. Well, I mean, shut up. So, yeah, that's it. That is just some of the Twitch drops we're expecting. But if you're watching the Rust rotation video right now, maybe you might want to go ahead and watch the brand new Twitch Rivals video, which hopefully will be up in a few hours. So, as you can see here, Becca Something, Jack Shepherd, they set up the Jingle Jam event with Rust. And, of course, trying to raise as much funds as we can. All proceeds go towards Jingle Jam. Basically, they help out a lot of kids in need. Neurodivergent, kind of suffering, Make-A-Wish, all of that. So, it's all for a good cause. And, yeah, if you want to go ahead and watch some of the streams that are taking place, lots of fun, goofy things are going on in a very special server. We were supposed to have all the special custom boats and whatnot with the Naval update. Didn't happen. But we still are doing something just with normal boats. In February, we're going to commit to it and still do another thing with the update. So we're planning to do it. We're still going to do it. So, okay, cool. So I'd just like to thank all the people that have been watching me, that have been donating. We're doing like a special... doing a special little prize, as you'll see here. Silico, why did you donate 300? Okay. Well, some people like to take it a step further. That's incredibly generous of you, Mr. Silico. I did not expect to see that. I thought I had the £35 one. Anyway, Talica Tees, Little Toes, loads of people did. And, yeah. Thank you very much for watching, gentlemen, ladies, and Ruskin Enjoyers, everybody. Oh, God, that went on for long, didn't it? I am running out of steam, and I still need to record the extra bits for the Twitch drops video. Oh. I would like to point out, lots has been raised in just one day. I'm pretty sure we will reach the £10,000 goal. Hedge, you forgetting words? Yes, I am. I know. So, of course, we need to wrap up the video. Just like to point out, oh yeah, submitted 2024. Submitted 2023, like pretty much nearly all the skins are 2023 or 2024 submissions. These were intended to be Christmas skins in previous Christmas Rust stores, but of course didn't happen. But Facepunch just picking these out. You might remember we had the toys pickup vending machine. Well, that's now been included right here, this large box, as one of the brand new kick drops. And this right here is one of the brand new Twitch drops. We finally have Pingu in the game. I still wanted that penguin rock though. So, alright, cool. Can't complain about that. I will be making a special video showcasing all the special Rustmas skins. But I've also got to go ahead and also record the Trust in Rust skins. And one extra final word just to point out. Yeah, I know. No Naval update. I still hope everything will still pick up quite nicely around January time. Look, seriously, fingers crossed, I really am. At the end of the month, I'm still expecting a lot of people to turn up, especially with the, the Christmas, the winter update and all that. Here's hoping. Some people might say, oh, well, like the post-Christmas momentum stay strong as we go through like February time, now that we have the Naval update then. Maybe. I mean, it'll be an interesting thing to see for ourselves, but I wouldn't hope for it. So, okay, so here's hoping December still works out quite nicely and we go over 100,000 average players, but it's the second half of the month that's going to really help it out. I hope so. Right then, I think we got everything all nice and said. All is good. Can we refresh? Is this fixed now? No. Are you fixed? Well, you're more fixed. Yeah, you're better. All right, cool. Right then, let's now go ahead and wrap up the video. Free! Which do you prefer? Oh, don't forget about the gloves. The ever so lovely looking white perfect gloves. Oh, you could pair that up with your No Mercy collection. You could pair that up with your whiteout collection. I'm sure it'll work out nicely. Also, here's a good question. Would you consider that a nice replacement for a whiteout face mask? Oh, we're going to have to do some tests. So yes, indeed we are. So, that's the wrap up for today. Sorry if it wasn't very lively. I streamed for 7.5 hours before I did the recording. I don't normally do that. Oh, the Twitch Rivals video is going to be even more funnier. Although I did record most of it yesterday. So, yeah, cool. So, Garage Door, you look really cool. Props to you. You're quite useful in 2 different ways. But will you still work out nicely? I saw someone comment saying that he didn't like the armoured double door version of this door, saying that the leaves kind of came across as low poly. Do they seem low poly to you? I mean, I guess, to a point. But YouTube people, thank you so much for watching me. I don't normally multi-stream. You've turned up. You've been incredibly nice. Twitch people who smell, do better. Alright, cool. So, yeah, that'll be a wrap-up for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you. I think we have more drops in January.